cheap religion. And the expression I used this week and have been using, the danger of cheap religion, simply meaning this, is that this faith walk is not always easy. Many times we want to take the shortcuts, and we don't want to stand in the time of trial and tribulation. We just want things to just get better. I knew a lady, and I still know her, and I have great respect for her. And if I told you who she was, you may know her. But if she were to hear this story, she would know I'm talking about her. But I'm not going to give you her name. But years ago, and we've known each other for a long time, her and her husband was going through a trial. They were trying something new in their life. And whenever you do that, you're often going to face challenges. And so this new thing that they were trying to do, basically start a business, was fraught with peril, as that type of thing is. Starting a new business is a very difficult thing, and take it from a guy who's been in business for himself for over 50 years. So I know what I'm talking about. And it's tough. And so she had in her mind, they had a vehicle that they were trying to sell. And in her mind, that was the cure. That was the solution. If we can just sell this vehicle, it would fix all of our problems. But reality is that it would have just been a Band-Aid at the best. But what happens oftentimes is that we become fixated on one thing. We say, well, if we can just do this, this will cure the problem. And in essence, it'll circumvent the suffering that we are going through at this particular stage of this thing, so that we can not feel the pressure that we're feeling. Well, the reality is that pressure, the things that we find ourselves struggling with, is oftentimes God's method of teaching us and maturing us, and causing us to be able to know how to deal with the pressures of life. And you've heard the old expression. I've used it before on this radio broadcast and preaching. The question is, how do you make a diamond? Well, basically, you take a lump of coal and you put it in the core of the earth, and through a process of time and pressure, you end up with a diamond. Well, God is trying to make diamonds out of us. And the process is not always easy. And when we try to circumvent the process, then we're beginning to erode the very fabric of the diamond that God is trying to create. Thus, we end up with a counterfeit. Thus, what I would refer to as the danger of cheap religion, or the danger of trying to take the shortcut. You see, God desires a relationship with us. But also, according to His Word, He's given us a mission. And the mission is to take the gospel to the world. And sometimes that requires us to go under a series of training to be the best that we can be in this kingdom work. This is Pastor Jack King with the gospel on the radio broadcast.